Lots of kids dream of the day they can get a dog, but for a young autistic boy in Dothan, a furry friend could be a lifesaver.
News 4's Madeline Hackett joins us in the studio now to share his story. Madeline?
Devin, Reg, autism is incredibly difficult to define. No one knows exactly what causes it, but children affected often appear to live in a world we have very little understanding of. Service Dogs of Alabama has discovered a magic that exists between those struggling with autism and dogs. I introduced you to one autistic boy in which that magic could become a life-saving miracle.
Bang.
On a sunny Sunday afternoon, Malachi Earnhardt stands by himself. Other children surround him, playing and interacting. But the 11-year-old remains withdrawn, separate, transfixed on the drone he controls.
It's crashed a couple times, and he's had to repair it, and he's unscrewed hundreds of screws and sat there and meticulously made it work again. I mean, he is just exceptionally bright enough to know that he has all these challenges that he can't control.
Challenges that come with Asperger's, a condition on the autism spectrum that affects Malachi, his mom, and his family every day.
For a regular kid, if I say, hey, you want to go ride your bike? It'd be fun and they'd be excited, but not with him. He has to have everything just a certain way in his routine, or he just has these huge meltdowns.
This past month, the meltdowns have become increasingly life-threatening.
I was gone for about 30, 45 minutes, and when I had come back, he had tied his robe belt around his neck and had been standing on his dresser and holding it over his door frame, and I had to cut it off of his neck.
Stacy, desperate to keep her son alive, is turning to a four-legged friend to hopefully turn Malachi's life around. Service Dogs of Alabama has already trained a canine to expertly handle Malachi's meltdowns and help calm him down. But the dog is expensive. Executive director of the nonprofit, Frances McGowan, says Malachi's case is particularly urgent.
He is at a point in his life where if he does not have assistance, their risk of something bad happening increases.
During meltdowns, a service dog will be trained to do exactly what's needed to calm Malachi down. If it can't,
then the next thing the dog will do is start barking to try to get some help. But he will stay with his child. He will stay with his child.
He has trouble making human friends, but the service dog would be a best friend who would never leave Malachi's side.
Catching up. Don't go too fast. I want to speed. Everybody loves Malachi. They do. But Malachi doesn't love Malachi. He knows how difficult it is for him in this world.
In addition to protecting him, Malachi's service dog would help facilitate social interactions with other kids. Here's one interaction I had with Malachi, which shows the strain it is for him to have a seemingly simple conversation to most. Tell me a little bit about that. As you can see, Malachi struggles to say one word. Even eye contact is uncomfortable for him. Stacy is hopeful the dog will do more than just save her son's life, but brighten it.
We have hopes and dreams and of what things will happen in the future, and ours can look very bleak, so we just try to enjoy each day with him, and he's a lot of fun, and like I said, we just don't know what the future holds for him, so it's a challenge.
Now, Service Dogs of Alabama trains these dogs for up to 2 years, and a lot of money goes into that training. For Malachi's situation, the nonprofit is willing to match what the Earnhardts can raise because, as we mentioned, of the severity of this case. But the Earnhardts still must raise $6,000 on their own, and it hasn't been easy for the family. They're at $3,000 and are really hoping on and relying on the generosity from community members to get this life-saving animal to their son. Guys.
Thanks a lot, Madeline.